Beatrush Under Panel. Yeah. I've had this hiding in my attic since I had my first Celica, and I never installed it, thank God. So we're gonna go ahead and get it ready to be installed on this car. First things first, I want to get the big ones out of the way for these brackets. These slide behind this bolt here. That big 19mm. And the other one over here. And then we'll go ahead and set up these two up in this cross member here. So that we have something to bolt these brackets to. And then we can actually go ahead and put the panel on. The panel is held on with 4mm hex bolts, which I have over on the table. But first, I want to go ahead and get those 19mm broke loose, at least enough just to slide these back behind them. So now that I've managed to crack those loose, I had to use my impact to get it done. There's that side. There's driver's side. You can go ahead and hit these and tighten these back down. And then we'll go ahead and move on up to the front crossmember ones here. And I'll go ahead and film sliding those up in there, because that's a bit more of a trick. So now for the passenger side, we're working in these two holes right here. So we take the long one, and it's just big enough to slide up in there. And then as soon as it gets right there, you can lay it down. And then that gives us our mount for the front. From right there, whoop, to right there. And the short one does the same thing over here on the driver's side. Just like that. You've got your mounts set up. Now that gives you the ability to bolt these onto the car via these other two 12mm bolts. Will feed up into the two nuts we just placed up top. So it's a little bit of a trick. to try to get those bolts up in there. So kind of what I did was I pushed out on this tab to kind of hold it in place. I apologize if the filming angle gets wacky here. I gotta try to set you down and film this at the same time. And we finally got it threaded. As you can see, it's definitely a little bit of a challenge. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these tightened down. They're 12mm bolts. And then after that, we should be pretty close to ready to actually installing the panel on the car, which I'm very excited to see. So while I still have the plastic cover on, I went ahead and stuck a wood block under there, under the jack, between it and the jack, and used that to help support it while I got the two fronts and the rear on this side done. And then I'm gonna go ahead and work on lining this side up and gently lifting it up into place. And then I'll go ahead and pull the plastic off and we'll take a good look at the final product here. Beatrush by whale. Would you just look at that, folks? Wowee. Let me see if I can find better lighting. So, it's installed. The easiest way I found when doing these upper brackets is to leave them kind of loose until you can get your 4 bolts in there. And then while they're still kind of loose, go down and do your lower 2 with the nuts and bolts. And now we have an aluminum under tray. I did trim down the edge of this a little bit, just right there, mostly due to the fact that it was really tight fitment with how much it was sticking out and I didn't like it. I don't want to mess up this panel by having it hit anything, and Beatrush is really good because damn, that's close, but it just doesn't, it just touches a little bit, but I don't think we're gonna get that much flex out of this, especially once the entire front bumper is in place. So definitely a little work to install by yourself, but now that the brackets are in place, I should just be able to take all the all 6 of them out, and then reinstalling it should be fairly easy. But I am super stoked with how it looks. It's kind of hard to get on camera, at least in this lighting, but hopefully I can get some other shots of it.